27 bizarre photos North Korea doesn't want you to see. Number 27. No photos allowed. Since technically North and South Korea are still at war, that makes us at war with them as well. Remember, we're only in the ceasefire since the Korean War ended. It's very rare that Westerners will get a chance to come here, and strict rules apply to everyone with a camera. There are quite a few photos that you're not allowed to take, and this soldier really doesn't care about this guy's Instagram posts. The soldier told him that photos of the demilitarized zone were okay, but not of him. Number 26. Peace Village. Don't worry about this little farming village located just north of the demilitarized zone. This is only a prosperous farming village and not being used as a military base to spy on South Korea. Kim Jong Un told us so. This strange town was discovered using satellites, and as South Korea took a closer look, they realized that the buildings had no windows and no one seemed to be living there. Strange but true. Number 25. North Korea at night. Here in this photo, we see the great difference between a thriving nation to the south and the hermit kingdom to the north. There is nearly no electricity at night, and the North Korean capital has the only lights visible from an aerial view. Number 24. American hatred. North Korea certainly doesn't like America, and they certainly aren't afraid to show it, but they probably weren't aware that this photo got out. It shows a young girl firing a toy bow and arrow at what we imagine to be a drawing of Obama's face. Anything remotely associated with the US or South Korea is illegal, including our movies and even our blue jeans. Number 23. Thriving capital? North Korea would want you to believe that their capital is full of hardworking people and that their economy is thriving. This woman is walking to work, but there's really no one around her at all. We also see Yonge Hotel, which is rumored to be completely empty and is deteriorating from the inside. Number 21. Pyongyang subway system. The subway system acts as a bunker in North Korea, and during the case of a bombing, citizens may have to take refuge here. This photo showcases two young females taking the train in the capital city of Pyongyang at around 11:40. Number 20. Dolphin Aquarium. Anyone who is somehow able to make their way into North Korea as a tourist will be treated as though they are a spy, and you will have to have a tour guide following you around at all times. You may have the chance to go see dolphins at a place called Delphinium, where you are allowed to take photos of the dolphins. However, you are not allowed to take photos of the soldiers in the background. But when the soldiers make up 99% of the crowd, they may sneak in there. Number 19. Shopping in North Korea. If you're looking to do a little extra shopping while on vacation, we don't recommend you coming to North Korea to do it. Despite the denial from the government, the country has suffered quite a few famines. There's two kinds of supermarkets here, the ones for the poor and the other ones are used for the elite. This woman appears to be one of the elite ruling class, but still, with the size of that shopping cart, we imagine she's not getting much. Number 18. Internet not available. If you're planning on bringing your laptop to North Korea, don't do it. There's generally no internet access available to the general public. The tour guide most likely staged people at this library to make it seem as though they have internet access available, but her screen is completely blank. Only the elite hackers in North Korea have access to the internet, or the highest government officials can surf the web. Foreigners can access the 3G phone network, which we imagine could get pretty expensive. Any electronics or tablets have a high level of inbuilt security and control systems. Number 17. Soldier selfie. Take one good look at this photo and you can tell this is probably against the rules in North Korea. First of all, wearing blue jeans in North Korea is against the law and is seen as a symbol of Western imperialism. Somehow this guy managed to get a photo with a member of the North Korean army without it getting confiscated. No word on whether or not the soldier was sent to a hard labor camp for the rest of his life. Number 16. Supreme ruler. Kim Jong Un is without a doubt the wealthiest citizen of North Korea, and in case you were wondering why they suffer from famines all the time, all you have to do is take one good look at him to understand why. Even North Korea's closest ally of China has criticized him for his weight problem, and he's actually demanded them to stop making fun of him. China's social media has called him things such as Kim the Fat or Kim Half Moon. Maybe they should really call him Kim Jung Un Healthy? Maybe we shouldn't trust this guy with nuclear weapons. Just saying. Number 15. Food production. North Korea never really experienced massive food shortages until Kim Jong Un was born in the 1980s. Coincidence? North Korea doesn't want you to know that he's been stashing all the food for himself. This photo shows Kim Jong Un inspecting agricultural products, but he might need some time alone with that. Number 14. Pure Bliss. Here in this photo, we see Kim Jong Un at a cheese factory in North Korea, and he's rumored to have an addiction to Swiss cheese, especially after living there as a kid. However, this is kind of a luxury, and since North Korea can't obtain Swiss cheese too easily because of sanctions, he's trying to make it himself. Number 13. Malnutrition. North Korea is also known as the Hermit Kingdom and often denies any aid or help from other countries. Despite the horrible famines and the cases of child malnutrition, it's very rare that they'll actually ask for any international organization for help. This photo shows a UNICEF worker examining a child in the industrial town of Huichan in 1997, and seeing an image like this would be banned there. Number 12. The Eye Doctor. North Korea lacks any kind of modern-day medical equipment, and due to the malnutrition, more and more people are being diagnosed with cataracts, leading to blindness. In 2017, National Geographic released a documentary about a doctor from Nepal curing hundreds of North Korean citizens. This man in the red shirt can see perfectly for the first time in years, and won't be thanking the doctor for his hard work, but the supreme leader of North Korea for allowing such an opportunity. Number 11. Harsh conditions. Tour guides forbid you of taking any kinds of photos of malnutrition going on in the country. However, these kids were spotted collecting grains of corn from the ground. You can tell from the expressions on their face that they're hungry and are unsure what is in store for the future. Number 10. Young workers. Poverty does exist everywhere, and not just North Korea, but these photos of kids working on a field where there's clearly no food or vegetation is quite heart-wrenching. Instead of playing with a bicycle or playing a sport, doing hard labor appears to be the norm. Number 9. North Korea Airlines. In case you were wondering, yes, North Korea does have an airlines called Air Koryo, and taking photos in flight normally isn't allowed. This photographer was able to get a few good ones, however. It really actually doesn't seem as bad as you might imagine, and the food looks alright. What do you think about this food that's served on a flight from Malaysia? They might not want you to know that they don't have the best aircraft available, and this one in the photo with the flight attendants is from the 1950s. Number 8. Work to exhaustion. You might complain about your job from time to time, but just be glad you don't work in a North Korean hard labor camp. You certainly won't be getting paid, and you might be forced to eat rats or other wild animals to avoid starvation. Since photography wasn't allowed inside the prison, a prison guard with a guilty conscience decided to illustrate treatment of the prisoners here, and it isn't pretty. Number 7. Brutal. North Korea has been accused of many war crimes and other atrocities against humanity. North Korea has been accused of many crimes and atrocities against humanity. A rare banned image was taken by a former guard, who remains anonymous, of what some of the conditions here are like. It's not just the camps that are degrading. The reasons for getting put here can be as simple as not following the same hairstyles approved by the government demonstrated in this photo, or watching an American movie. Be ready to show your full support of Kim Jong Un if you're living in North Korea. Number 6. The military. Here in this photo, we see a group of North Korean soldiers marching during a military day parade. This country has a surprisingly strong army with even a stronger ally in China. As of 2015, with a total of 78, North Korea would be the world leader in possession of submarines, although the statistic is slightly debated. Nonetheless, they have an intimidating fleet of subs that are primarily used for coastal attacks. Number 5. Grass season. We're not exactly sure why this guy is picking up grass, but some people claim that when food is running low, citizens are forced to eat grass found in fields. It could simply just be used as food for livestock or other animals, but after taking a look at this guy, you might be convinced he's gonna eat it. The tour guide really didn't want the photographer to take a photo of this. Why do you believe? Number 4. Waiting in line. Most places in North Korea forbid people from owning a car, fearing that they might be able to use it for an escape. The public transportation system isn't the best in the world, and huge lines will form in order to catch a designated bus to work. Number 3. Where are his parents? Life expectancy in North Korea has plummeted by 5 years since the 1960s, and most workers in this country earn $2 to $3 each month from the government. Normally, during a good month, they might make $10 selling goods at markets. Here we see a rogue child standing in the middle of the street for no apparent reason, without supervision. Number 2. Grab your bike. Outside of major cities, cars are just non-existent, and bikes are the most common form of getting around here by a long shot. Seeing a car here would almost be like seeing a flying saucer for these people. Here we see several villagers on their bikes, and due to a national fuel shortage and lack of income, it seems like it's going to be like that for a while. And number 1. The Arch of Reunification. Maybe this entire time we've misunderstood North Korea, and all they've wanted to do is unify Korea instead of dividing it with a militarized border. In 2001, the leader at that time, Kim Il-sung, erected this monument, which features 2 women in traditional clothing holding up a sphere with the image of a unified Korea on it. What they probably don't want you to see is that it overlooks a road that seems completely abandoned. This road also leads directly to the DMZ. Others claim that there's explosives inside the statues, and in case of an invasion, this statue could be detonated, blocking the road for invading armies. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for new videos every day.